Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is a January week 2 check-in and talk a little bit about some updates I'm doing to my binders and some new categories and kind of limiting some other ones. So let's get started with transactions. As you can see, this section right here, that was all my transactions for January week 1. The rest of that page and onto this page is transactions from January week 2. So a lot of transactions. It's been a little crazy. So what started as a year-long, I set some goals up for my shop, for my channel, and I kind of broke them down to by month, by quarter, by half for the full year. So I really decided at this point that I either needed to go all in on my YouTube channel, social media, and my shop, or completely go all out. And I really enjoy this aspect. So my shop has always kind of been just, you know, I would put things in and I have a lot of repeat clients. I would continue to service them, but I really wasn't adding anything new. I wasn't updating like my envelopes. I was just kind of letting them sell through, not really sure what I wanted to do. So I decided that I would look at what I currently owned and what inventory I had, and then fill in with some new patterns and different styles and things like that. I replenished the pouches because the pouches sell really well. I do want to go through some of the vinyl and the foil that I have, so I am working to kind of do some bundling and discounting and things like that just to get through some of the inventory that I have. So some of the transactions that you're going to see are because of those decisions, as well as they're coming out of a fund that I just call Etsy, and it's where all of my expenses for my shop come out of. It's not something I really show on my channel. It's also where the weekly deposits go into. So I don't take money out of that other than to replenish supplies or pay for things like Canva, the HP ink program, Dropbox, things like that that I need for my shop. So it's pretty much just, it's self funding. I haven't had to add my personal money in. I did make one major purchase this week that was long overdue, and I'll kind of talk to you where that's coming out, because I believe, I don't know if that transaction is on. Oh yeah, that transaction is on here. So let's get started. I've gone ahead and highlighted them because I feel like that takes so much time. But we will start with groceries. So I had $12 at Safeway. I had $19 at Walmart. This Costco is my daughter's. She Venmo'd me, so I just wrote paid next to it. So I'm not going to add that into my my grocery fund. I had $10 at Fry's, $56 at Walmart, and $172 at Costco. So my husband did a really healthy Costco run. That was $269. So $269 needs to come out of my grocery envelope. And then the next one, I'll do eating out. $13 for McDonald's, $19 for Chipotle, In-N-Out was $20, Mistecca was $18. Okay, let's start over. So McDonald's $13, Chipotle for $19, In-N-Out for $20, Mistecca for $18, and that was it, so $70. Now, seems low, I know, if you followed my channel for any amount of time, but I have been using entertainment. So I've been trying to keep some of this where I'm picking up food or having dinner with my daughters versus with my husband as entertainment. I did put extra money in entertainment because I knew that we were going to be going out more. But when we went out, my husband paid for one meal that was kind of pricey, and I tried to pay him back, and he was like, no, that's okay. And then we split 2 meals with my sister and brother-in-law. So again, my husband paid for the other half, so I'm not going to complain. So entertainment, 26, entertainment for 21, Applebee's for 47. That was pricey. And that was it. So entertainment was $94. So for spending, I had put 20 in my wallet, and that 20 is still there. I really haven't been spending a lot of money other than something that was out of like a assigned category. I did put money in this little one. I put my entertainment money for my mom, spending, miscellaneous, medicine in here. But then last night when I was doing my transactions, I took it out of here and put it back into their envelopes because it was confusing me really badly. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do, if I'm going to use that or not. So spending is, there's nothing on here for spending. So for Etsy, which is a sinking fund, it was $45 at Amazon. Let's see, $9 at Etsy for digital paper. I had the canvas lamp, and every time I put my phone in the clamp, it hits the buttons and it calls 911. So, and I feel like it's scratching up my phone because I've taken my case off to put it into the clamp. So I love the idea of the lamp, but I've never found it super user friendly. They came out with like the I don't know what they call it. It's like the magnet one where you can just put your phone on there. So I just purchased that, and if that doesn't work, then I call it quits. So that was $39. I did the pirate ship, which was the mailing for Amanda's giveaway prize. Hobby Lobby for $26. Joann's for $41. So the ones that are highlighted in beige are the ones that I took out of the credits that I got back. So I put a note here, return credit covered. And there was a few in there for Etsy. So I think that was it. So $171. Which actually isn't on here. So, okay, so $171 for Etsy. And then for, I think gas, I had one gas. That was $46. And I have about a half a tank, so I'll probably get gas today. So I didn't spend out of spending. I didn't spend out of my mom, even though I did pick up donuts for her, but I got them at the grocery store and I had other groceries with them, so I just left that there. Medicine, I spent $1.32, so I did not take that out of that. I had some singles in my wallet, so I used those. Household. Now here is where I did a lot of damage, and I did it kind of incorrectly. So I have 101 in household. So I did find, so you don't see these transactions on here because I used a link from somebody on Instagram to buy some things for the house, and then I also ordered the blackout curtains and the rod. When I saw the transaction on my card that I used for Etsy, there was $191 on there, and I was like, what was that? And then I realized, because I went through my Amazon business account versus my Amazon family one that I have with my husband, it charged the credit card that is my business card. So that's why the $191 went on that. So I am just going to take the whole $101 out of household. So that will be empty. And then the balance is going to have to come out of our Reno household account that is at Capital One. So if it was $191, it will be $90. I'll need to transfer from the Reno onto my cart. And then this money will just go back to my bank so that I can pay my business card. So I don't know. I didn't even know that card was still on there, but it is. Know that for the future. I have not spent anything out of miscellaneous or personal care. So that gives me for next week, if I have $516 in groceries minus the $269, that leaves me with $247. For eating out, I had $176 minus 70, so I have 106, which is a little bit under what I would normally budget for. Well, it's about that. I say about 50 a week. Spending, I still have the 160, so that might be my catch up for groceries or eating out. Entertainment, I had 137. I used 94. I have 43 left. My mom, I did not spend, so she should still have 42. And medicine and supplements, I did not spend, so I will have 175 because I had 100 for medicine. I added 75 into that last week. So I now have 175. Household is empty. Gas, I had 300 minus 46. 254 is left. Miscellaneous is still intact. It's 50. And personal care I did not use. I should have 339. Okay. I think everything else on here. Oh, I do have things out of planning. Okay, that's my daughter. Okay, I started to go through all of my supplies in my office. I'm really trying to purge and minimize. And I have always done Project Life until about 2021. I just kind of felt like I love that project. It's just easy. I love looking back through my albums, but I kind of felt like maybe I want to go back to like just journaling or things like that. So I have been binge watching Linda Loves Creating. So I will tag her to this video, and she does Project Life. She does Hobonichi Cousin. Her detail of how she plans out her kits and things like that motivated me to pull out all my supplies and get them organized and get started for this year, because my granddaughter was born in March of 23, and I said at that point that I would love to do albums for her, and here we are in January of 25, and I just have a ton of pictures, no albums made. So I'm going to start with 25. I may work back into 24, but I'm going to definitely start where I am right now and go forward. So the one thing that I did do once I pulled everything together is I joined the subscription for Stories of the Month from Allie Edwards. So the way I joined, it actually came out of my account twice. So the January kit of 18 and the February kit of 22, and I don't know what the difference is of price. So those two already have come out. The one I'll receive tomorrow, and the next one I will receive next week. So those two are going to come out of planning, and then going forward, they'll be part of my budget. So I'll probably just budget to the higher one, and then that will go into my subscriptions, and I'll just plan for it that way. But for this time, because I was not planning to do it, I'll take it out of planning. So for planning, I I need to take out 18 plus 22. I need to take out 40. And then everything else, I think I have. Yes. Okay. So everything that you see on here, a lot of these have not hit my card yet. They're still pending, but I go ahead and write them down since they're showing that they're coming out. So some of, when I pay that card back, I normally pay it back on the 15th, but a lot of this has not come through yet. So I'm going to wait until probably Saturday, and then I'll make a payment, a mid-month payment on my card. Okay, so let's go ahead and pay ourselves back. I'm just going to put that there, otherwise I will forget. So the money that you see over here, the front part is my rollover money, 1s and 5s, and then the rest of this is the back-to-bank money that I took out of my envelopes last month. So I always start with the white one because this one is always the one I use the most. Just kind of put that up there. So $269 is what I need to take out of groceries. So 1, 2, 50. $60, $70. So I owe myself $1. So I'll just take $1 out of here, put it back in here. So, and 20 and 50. So that leaves me in groceries, 20, 40, hold on, let me get this organized here. Okay, so 51, 52, 20, 45, 46, 47. So 247, that is correct. And I'll update my trackers off camera. For eating out, I need to take out 70, so 20, 40, 60, 70, 20, 40, 60, 70. And that leaves me with 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 106. Right. Spending, I'm not going to take the money out because I still have the 20 in my wallet. Let's see if I can make it that month. Household, the whole amount is going to go. That's 101. And then entertainment is 94. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. Is it 94? 1, 2. Oh, these are new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 94. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Look at all these ones I have now. Totally make change. Okay, so that leaves me for 2 weeks, 20, 40, 1, 2, 3. Yep. I have to use some gift cards, I guess. We want to go out. Gas, I need to put back 46. So I'm going to put it in back of 50 and grab 4 ones. These ones are like brand new. 2, 3, 4. So 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 1, 2, 3, 4. 254. Yep. And then personal care I didn't touch. So that is where we stand here. And then I just need to take out 40 from planning. There's 40. And then again, these will be budgeted in next time. all of that is good. And then the one that I wanted to talk about, where that's coming from, is this lovely one right here, Technology for $826. So I finally broke down and found a camera, and I'm hoping that I like it. So the camera that I have now, I purchased when I started my channel in 2019. It has served me really well, and I really love this camera. It has been dropped a few times off the tripod, so the autofocus isn't working quite as well, and there's a timer in there that just I cannot get it off. I don't know why. I've read all the instructions, I've YouTubed it all. It just automatically turns itself back on. And so that's why sometimes during my video, you'll kind of see like a glitch because it's turned off. I turn it back on and go. Normally I see it and I hear it, so I turn it right back on, or I try to pause and turn it back on, so it's not such a big gap there. But there have been times where it's turned itself off and I'm still filming, and then I have to go back and refilm everything. So it's frustrating. It's also now triple the price. Same camera, triple the price as it was when I purchased it back in 2019. So I've been doing so much research and really kind of going back and forth. So I finally found the one that I wanted, and how I'm funding it, because I did not save for a camera. I did not think it was going to be this pricey. I had a technology fund that was always kind of for my phone or if an iPad or a computer or something like that. So my husband purchased my iPhone for me for Christmas. So I just upgraded to the iPhone 16 Pro Max from the 14 Pro Max. And I always turn in my old phone and I got $500 back for my old phone, and I know I could sell it for more. I just don't want to deal with it. So I do the rebate where I send my phone back. Apple gives me a credit back. We do buy our phones outright directly through Apple. Just how we do it. We don't want a monthly payment on a phone. So I had $1,100 in that fund for a phone, because I always feel like I need to have something saved for a phone just in case something happens, even though I have insurance on it. So I took the $826 out of it. The best deal I found was through a seller on Walmart, where it was the package, and that included a spare battery, the battery charger, two additional lenses. So it is the mirrorless Canon. I've always been a Canon fan, so I did the Canon mirrorless I think it's the R50, and I've had cameraless, the mirrorless ones before. I had a Luminex one when they very first came out. I was very much into photography, and the lenses that I had for my regular Canon cannot be used with the mirrorless one, but they now have an adapter. So I have a ton of lenses for my what I call my big camera, which is the SLR. And now I will get the adapter, not right away. I don't need it right away, but it's a camera that I can use for filming. It's very high resolution, 4K filming, and hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more with my videos with this camera. So that was a painful add to cart, but it'll be here tomorrow. And I did buy the protection plan on it because while normally I don't believe in them, the amount of times that I have dropped my camera is ridiculous. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buy that protection plan. And yeah, that will be here tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. So that is everything for this video. Oh, I did want to add one thing. Part of what I bought from AliExpress were some additional binders, because as I was going through and looking at what I wanted to do with my channel, I love doing giveaways, but I've never saved for them. I've never planned for them. Even if you just look at what you purchase for the giveaway, plus the shipping for the giveaway and all the other things that go with it, you know, I've never really saved for it. I've just always taken that out of Etsy. The other thing is travel. So this year in February will be our 38th wedding anniversary for my husband and I. So for our 40th, I want to do a big trip. So I'm like, well, I can't just like boom, have money for a big trip. So I wanted to start to save, even if it's $5, $10, $20, you know, any chance I have extra money, I wanted to start putting away. So I went through kind of my stash and looked at what I had. So this is one of the new binders. I bought 3 that are just like this. And white, black, and brown though. So I took my vacation envelope that I had in my other one and I just put it here because this will be where it goes until I decide where it goes. Then I went through where category is going to go to. Then I went through like all my travel scrapbooking stuff that I had, and I had this kit from Kelly Perky. That's a name from the past. I know I'm dating myself. But I went ahead and set up like the categories I wanted to save for. So this will be like the pre-trip. So all the things that need to happen pre-trip. Not just buying the tickets, things like that, but all the planning and all the things you need to do will go into this envelope. And I haven't figured out yet what each category is going to need because I'm not sure where we're going to go or what we're going to do. So for this one, it'll be passports, travel insurance, and global entry. My passport I redid in 21, so that should still be fine. And then travel insurance, I always buy the travel insurance, you never know. And then global entry, mine expired. I'm going to redo that pretty soon. For Capital One, if you buy it on your Capital One, they reimburse the full amount. I think it's like $107 now. But I just need to go back and redo that one. And then airfare, obviously. Hotel, food, snacks, any kind of transportation, whether it be Uber, taxi, subway, anything like that. Excursions, I'm kind of thinking a cruise, so I'm not really sure. But so I put excursions because whether we do a cruise or we do, we go to Europe or whatever, there's always going to be side excursion costs. Shopping, because what is a trip without shopping? So this could be either pre-shopping for the trip, like travel clothes, things like that, or it could be shopping while on the trip. Tips and gratuity. One thing I found out with cruising, the tips as you're getting off the ship can be very high. So definitely want to put money away for that. And then everything else as I think of it, I'll add to it, but it's really going to be putting the money in here, and then once I calculate how much each category will be, then I'll pull from this envelope and start to fund that. And then I already have placeholders, so I'll eventually be adding placeholders so this money can be earning interest. But I just need to see that physical, putting it in, not just transferring it into a savings account. I need to kind of look at what I'm doing with that. So this is something that I'm going to be trying to add to as much as possible. And then I've decided to separate out some of my other ones. So I feel like I should have one binder just for like my channel and Etsy and things like that, where I'm saving in advance for things like a new cutting machine or a tripod, anything like that, as well as supplies, giveaways, taxes, all that kind of stuff. So I've always just kind of done it separately or within other categories, but I kind of feel like I'm at that point where I need to, if I'm going to go all in, I really need to go all in. And then one binder that will be more of a long-term savings and then a short-term. So most of my sinking funds I consider long-term, but there are ones like beauty and clothes that I expect to use every month. Were things like birthdays, I know I'm not going to use that for a year. So I kind of want to just separate it so I'm not pulling out every binder every week. And when I'm cash stuffing, I can just pull the binders that pertain to those categories. So that is my plan right now. I have formatted some envelopes for this one, but again, this one is still, I'm kind of iffy on. And then I have started to kind of decide what envelopes I want for my other binders. So that is what I'm trying to work on in my spare time. But for today and tomorrow, I am working. So I will leave that for another day. I hope you are all having a great week, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.